What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Comically Boston, episode 39. Today is March 2nd, which means this is the way. Yesterday, Mandalorian Season 3 premiered, so we'll be talking about that today. But let's get into some sports real quick. We'll talk about the Celtics, how they've been doing this week. Monday night, they faced the Knicks. No Jaylen Brown. Tatum got tossed for arguing a call. Soft-ass ref. What the hell was that? He tossed him for friggin' saying that he was terrible. And the ref was like, "He hurt my feelings. Get out." Come on, babe. Like, that was some soft-ass shit. But the Celtics lose to the Knicks on Monday, 109-94. Brogdon had 22. Smart had 19. Tatum, before he got ejected, had 14, 7, and 9. Al had 13. Julius Randle led the way for the Knicks. He had 23. They got lucky with that one. We face the Knicks again on Sunday, so maybe we can get our revenge. Wednesday night, Celtics faced the Cavs at home. We were away facing the Knicks at Knicks on Monday. So Wednesday night, we bring it back home. We pick up a dub, 117-113. We improve our record to 45-18. I believe we're either tied with Milwaukee or we're just ahead of Milwaukee. But fuck the Bucks. Giannis doesn't deserve to be number one in the East. We're number one in the East. We lead that shit. Donovan Mitchell had a pretty good game. He had 44. Garland had 29. Leading the Celtics, JT had 41, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. Al Horford, love when Al Horford has some nights like this. He was shot like 6 for 8 from 3, scored 23 points, 11 rebounds, picking up a double-dub in his start. Love to see Al Horford producing like that. JB had a slower night. He had 16. Smart had 14. Rob Williams had 11 and 11 rebounds. Love to see him performing. And elsewhere through the NBA, Kevin Durant is goddamn on the Knicks now. Or not on the Knicks. Kevin Durant went from the Nets to the Suns. And now improving that lineup. Their starting lineup was something like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, some other guy named Akugi, KD, and DeAndre Ayton. So they need either KD to play the 3 and they need to pick up a 4, or KD is going to play the 4 and they need to pick up a solid 3. Either way, 4 out of their 5 starting lineup is incredible, and they pick up a dub against the Hornets, 105-91. Kevin Durant, in his Suns debut, scored 23 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Good for him. I like KD as a player, but I think he just wants to win and win championships, and everyone hated on him for going to the Warriors. Hell, I hated him for that too. I wish he stayed with Harden and Russ in OKC, but let's be fair. Those dudes weren't going to make tons of money in OKC, right? So Harden needed to go to the Rockets and do his thing. Then they all went to the Nets, or poor Russ has been doing his own thing, but Russ is on the Clippers now, so maybe he'll do better with Kawhi and PG. I like that little lineup together too. I think the NBA is at an all-time high right now, either way. Friday night, we faced the Brooklyn Nets without KD, without Kyrie, so we're pretty much just going to slap around Ben Simmons on Tatum's 25th birthday this Friday. So stay tuned for that. I expect Tatum to drop some points Friday night. Today is Thursday, March 2nd. So last night, The Mandalorian premiered. Oh, man, I am loving having Mando back. We haven't had a Disney Plus show or any show running that feels like high production. We haven't had any Game of Thrones going on, nothing like that. No House of the Dragon. So we were begging for a show. We needed a real good show back, and we have The Last of Us right now, but that's Sundays, right? So we needed a good weekday show, like a Wednesday Marvel show that normally comes out, or Star Wars show. So now we have our Star Wars back, and I'm all hyped up about it. Grogu is cuter than ever. I love seeing pictures floating around the internet of Pedro in the Mando suit instead of just imagining that it's not Pedro underneath there. So I like to see Pedro, wearing the Mando helmet as a hat. So Pedro's just a funny ass dude. Lego posted this today. They had this picture a couple months ago for the promo picture. saying March 1st release date, and Lego remade it into the Lego form, which I find hilarious. Maybe I gotta fire up the Lego Star Wars video game and go play as Mando and Grogu. That shit's hilarious. But I really did love this promo photo with him standing on the ship with little Grogu in the pod. He didn't stand on the ship in the first episode, so maybe he'll stand on the ship in the second episode. Maybe that's an actual shot from this season. Maybe it's just a poster. Who knows? But I would like to see much more of this shit. So let's break down what happened, shall we? So Mando season 3 kicks off. It's got the hammer and like the forger, the ironer. What's her name? Yeah, the forger. What? God damn it, she has a name though. Is it the forger? The metal worker? No. What is her name? You know what I'm talking about. The lady with the gold helmet, and she's like, this is the way, you know, like, you removed your helmet, you are now an apostate, you know, like, and they didn't really need that scene. It felt very repetitive, but that might be for the people that didn't watch Book of Boba Fett, so they didn't know how Mando is all of a sudden back with Grogu, but if you did watch Book of Boba Fett, you could see in almost every shot with Grogu, you can see his little chainmail, Beskar chainmail armor that he's got, which was a gift. Instead of taking Yoda's lightsaber, he took the gift to go back to Mando, and then went back to Mando. So now we're season 3, baby. We got a little Grogu stealing the show. We're gonna be doing a kill count this year. We're gonna keep an eye on Mando and whoever else is killing people in these episodes. So we'll get to the end, towards his kill count towards the end. But the main theme of this season 3 is Mando's got to redeem himself, right? For taking off his helmet. He wants to still be a Mandalorian. He doesn't want to just take off his helmet and go get a piece of land and go do his thing with the Mando, or with Grogu. But he's got to redeem himself. So he shows up, and at the beginning we think it's going to be a young, like a flashback, like a young Mando putting on his helmet and saying his vows to the Mandalore people. But instead, Jimmy Kimmel's nephew is the little kid that gets the helmet put on him, and he doesn't get to complete his little ceremony there because they get interrupted by a giant mythosaur from Jurassic Park. No, you guys know from Jurassic World, that thing that comes up out of the water, eats the shark, that giant fucking shark fish thing, the mythosaur. So they have a ginormous alligator snapping turtle, like it's the body of an alligator, but it has a snapping turtle shell, head of an alligator, some space lizard water creature on whatever planet they are. But definitely you can tell time has passed, because the last time we left the armorer, not the forger, the armorer, the lady with the gold helmet, and Jon Favreau's character, Paz Vizsla, the last time we left them, there was only to those two and Mando, so there's only 3 Mandos. Now they have like this little community with them. She's building armor for them. They moved to a different planet, clearly. So Mando shows up, saves the day, kills the space lizard, the space gator, whatever you want, alligator, snapping turtle, whatever you want to call it. But that's kill number 1. Mando kills. He talks to her, then he gets his, how he's got to redeem himself. He's got to go to the mines of Mandalore. He doesn't go there first. He heads to Navarro. Sees Apollo Creed. No, he sees Greef Karga. And he's got to get a droid that he can trust. And as you know from the last season, IG-11 was the thing, the little robot that saved Grogu and them self-destructing a season before. So in this season, he's a statue, and you know they made him a statue in the middle of the pavilion because he's saved the day, and that's why Navarro's here today, and there's no more Empire or whatever. So Mando doesn't trust droids, so he needs a droid to go to Mandalore, because I think he wants to send a droid in first to see if the droid will test the surface and see if it's hospitable, you know, able to go to and not die. It's not toxic poisons like everyone's been saying it is. So IG-11 was voiced by Taika Waititi, so I wouldn't be mad to see IG-11 back. But they fix him, but he goes back to his original programming, which was to kill the target, which is Grogu, right? So that was all the way back in season 1 type stuff. So IG-11 needs to get reprogrammed. So they go to the Babu Fricks, the Azalians, I think he called them, and they weren't able to fix him, but they will be able to fix him if Mando can get a part to fix him. So that's what that little side quest is he's got to find the part to fix IG-11. But a hilarious little part, Grogu hugs the little Babu Frick critter, and he's like, no, let me go, no squeeze, not the toy. And Mando's like, fathering, and Grogu's just like, I just want to squeeze him, just let me hug him. Like, this is the cutest little picture. Grogu's like, like he's just hugging him. But they need to fix IG-11, but pirates come, right? So pirates there, and they're trying to get a drink at the old bar where they used to meet Karga and get work, because he used to be the guy that gave the bounty hunters their shit to do. But now it's a respectable place, and the old bar is now a school for little kids. So these pirates are trying to get in the bar, and the rowboat's like, whoa, you're not allowed to come to the school. And they're like, just serve us a drink, you fucking bitch. So Karga goes up and is like, hey, whoa, calm it down there, bub. Mando's leaning over on a tree. He's like, we got a problem here, magistrate? Yeah, do we have a problem here, Vane? You know, the little pirate boy. And so Vane pulls out his gun. Karga shoots his gun out of his hand. So already fucked him over. He's got 4 buddies with him. He glances at his buddy, gives him a look. The buddy goes to pull a gun. Mando gets 2 of them, maybe a third one. But I think maybe Karga had his gun too and got the other 2. So maybe 2, maybe 3. I'll give him 2-2. Greef Karga got 2 pirates. Mando got 2 pirates. So I'm going to give Mando 2 pirates and a space gator so far. But the pirates, after he leaves Navarro, and he's off in space, he's teaching Grogu that Mandalorians need to learn how to navigate the galaxy so they never get lost. So he's teaching little Grogu how to be a Mandalorian. I think in the future of this series, I think Grogu might be the key to it all. And Grogu will be not only a Jedi, but also a Mandalorian, but also a Yoda. So he's going to change what it means to be a Mandalorian, but also change what it means to be a Jedi, and maybe be like the original Mandalore that had the Darksaber. Maybe it will be Grogu. Or maybe it will be Mando. Who knows? Maybe Mando will be the one that unites us all. I don't know. I do love the show so far, though. So they take off. Pirates come after him. 3, and then 3 more come. Mando takes out 5 of the pirates. Maybe 4, but one of them might have got taken out by an asteroid. I'm going to give Mando 5 out of the 6 pirates. One of them escapes, the fucking bastard Vane. He escapes. He goes back to a ginormous ship that is King Pirate Gorian Shard's ship. And he looks like goddamn Swamp Thing. He's got a swampy beard. I gotta look up who voices that guy, because I did really like his voice. And he's like, oh, you think you can take away my 4 fighters and live? And he's like, come in quietly and we'll let you live. And Mando's like, rule number 1, kid, don't trust pirates. And he hits the little ejecto-cedo cuz and fucking blasts off into space. But we've seen it happen before. He just kind of pew, and he like disappears into the galaxy with ships that are also his same size. We've never seen him hit the button and fly by a ginormous ship. So like he didn't just like disappear. You could see him, and the guns can't catch up with how fast he's going. So if they're target locked back here, they all shoot to here, but he takes off. So the bullets come flying by him, and he kind of just flies right over the ship. So I think we're going to see more of a old Swamp Thing beard, Gorian Shard, Pirate King, if you will. That will be like a side killing mission this year, in this season. So I think the main things we're looking for this season, he's got to go to the mines of Mandalore, bathe in the waters to redeem himself. He's got to get IG-11 to go to Mandalore, right? He's got to get the new part for him. But then he will have a new memory, right? So he won't have the same memories. He'll have a new memory. So, I don't know. Maybe IG-11 might be just a dickhead. But it will be Taika Waititi, so I'll enjoy it. And then he goes, after he leaves the pirates, he goes to Bo-Katan Kryze. The last time we seen her, she had a group, and she wanted the Darksaber. Now she's all alone, just sitting on a throne in a castle, all by herself on a rainy planet. And Mando's like trying to find out information more about Mandalore, and he was like, "What happened to you going to Mandalore and taking back the city that was yours?" And she was like, without the Darksaber, all my people didn't follow me, and they just left and went and did their own thing. So now they're pirates throughout the galaxy themselves, taking what they want. That's tough. So then he leaves her, and they're off in the ship again, and they're on to the next mission. So next episode, where will he be? Will he be getting the part for IG-11? Probably. Will he be fighting the pirates? Maybe. Will he be just going to the city of, or the planet of Mandalore without IG-11 and just going with Grogu? That might be dangerous, but I can see him doing it. So we'll see, man. But next week, we got another Mandalorian. And then we had a Bad Batch called Metamorphosis this week. That was a pretty good episode. A creature that eats electricity and grows. Oh, man. It was a badass little episode. And it added some more to like the overall story of Star Wars, not just the Bad Batch people. Captain America 4 began filming. Good for Steve, or not Steve Rogers. Oh, got my chest. Good for Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie there. He starts filming. His main villain in that, I think, will be the leader, which will be played by Tim Blake Nelson, come all the way back from Incredible Hulk. You know, the one that wasn't even fucking Mark Ruffalo, Edward Norton. So that's interesting. Then Blade and Deadpool 3 will begin filming May 1st, so right before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out, they're going to start filming 2 more Marvel projects, and we know they're filming Captain America right now, so they got 3 projects that will be filming, probably at the same time. Maybe they only need 6 to 8 weeks, probably, to film. No, they probably need a little bit more. But 2 months, they'll film. Maybe they'll take a break in May for the Captain America people. They'll film for 2 months, take a break, and then come back for reshoots later. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know. But we got another episode of The Last of Us coming out this weekend. Let me know down below in the comment section. Did you guys enjoy episode 7 of The Last of Us, the Left Behind with Ellie and Riley? I think next week's episode is going to be much more thrilling. Episode 8, When We Are in Need, you can see Troy Baker there. And then episode 9, that looks like Ashley Johnson and Ellie as a baby. So maybe that will be coming in episode 9. I don't know, but you can see in episode 8 here with a couple preview pictures. This is David, and he looks like he's talking to Ellie, and she's behind bars. Before she's behind bars with David, though, you could see her pointing his gun at him. And then later in the episode, you could see Mr. Troy Baker, the Joel from the video game, and did the motion capture and voice for Joel in the game, so he's going to be in the show as well. He's going to be a part of David's gang. And this last image, David is walking through this bar that's on fire with the wheels on. Oh man, looks exactly like the game. And if you guys know, spoilers from the game, if you guys know, man, what happens in this episode, comment below, because I know. And if you know, we could talk about it. But wow, stay tuned for Sunday. Sunday, The Last of Us comes out, Sunday at 9, and Monday morning, another Comic Week Boston. We'll be talking how the Celtics did Friday and Saturday against the New York teams, and we're going to be talking The Last of Us, Episode 8, When We Are in Need, on Monday. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you're new and you don't want to miss future videos. Hit the links in my description from my Instagram, my Twitter, if you want to DM me or at me on Twitter. My name's Big Cam. And I'll see you when I see you guys.